Welcome back to Perspective. Leave No Veteran Behind is a national organization that provides educational and employment services to veterans who are facing economic hardship. We're now joined by Eli Williamson, the Executive Director of Leave No Veteran Behind. Thanks for joining me today.
Hey, thank you so very much. I appreciate being here.
So tell me a little bit about your organization.
Sure. I co-founded an organization that provides educational and employment opportunities. On the educational side, we actually have a retroactive scholarship that pays off veteran student loans. So there's a group of veterans out there that aren't covered by existing educational programs. Our organization takes in dollars, apply those dollars directly to the veteran student loan account, paying off their debt in full. Those veterans have to have completed some form of higher education. They have to have student loans because they weren't covered by existing educational programs. And they also have to have some type of economic hardship. That program is a national program. We've paid off the student loans of 6 veterans right now. We're working on our 7th veteran. And once those student loans are paid off, those veterans are required to give back by doing over 400 hours in community service.
So let me ask this question.
Sure,
this may be a
absolutely.
dumb question.
No, there's no dumb questions.
You would think that veterans have served this country and that something like this would be a given. And we're talking today about all these needs of the veterans,
Right.
you know, homelessness and paying off student loans and all this economic hardship. You know, shouldn't programs like, haven't they already given their service?
Absolutely. I think, you know, we're an organization that's in full support of existing educational programs such as the GI Bill and or student loan repayment program. But there are some discrepancies in those programs, i.e. veterans who have gotten their college education before they join the military have student loans. The GI Bill doesn't work retroactively to pay off that educational debt. Even though the military recognizes their education, gives them rank for it, incentivizes them coming in. And so our organization is seeking to fix that one specific problem. As for the economic hardship, it's usually, the biggest one is usually unemployment or underemployment. And that focuses on the second pillar of our mission, which is to make sure that every veteran has some type of meaningful and gainful employment. So what we've done in the city of Chicago is we've actually gone after contracts, provide veterans transitional jobs, provide skills training around those transitional jobs, and then work out relationships in the gaming industry. Our focus has been working with Chicago public schools. Our veterans are out every day, about 50 veterans, providing safe passage, positive adult engagement services in high violent and with at-risk youth in the city of Chicago.
So now what does that mean? Engagement and...
Right. Well, one of the things that, you know, we have as a crisis in the city of Chicago, and I'm a veteran of both Iraq and Afghanistan. I was in Afghanistan serving, and there was a news blip that came out saying that we lost more children on the south side of Chicago than we lost soldiers in this month in Afghanistan. And so coming out of the military, learning all the things that I've learned in the military, we came back to Chicago and said, well, how can I leverage these skills as a veteran to also help build our community in Chicago? And so what we've done is we've actually put together a model that addresses youth violence at its core to mitigate some of these behaviors that end up, you know, the loss of life and also that are not conducive towards an education.
Do you feel like you're making a difference in these communities?
Absolutely. One of our schools, we've seen a 50% drop in violence. And these are what they call type 6 and 7 incidents. These are the incidents that usually make the news. One of the proactive things that we've done is we've also worked with West Point Military Academy, where we bring cadets from West Point here to the city of Chicago through a partnership at University of Chicago's Upper Bound program, where they actually provide STEM training for these youth. And they engage them in science, technology, engineering, and math skills. And so we feel like we're making a difference. Of course, we're always looking for support so we can make a bigger difference. But I think that if they're going to send me overseas to go work and build other people's countries, when I get back, I can help build mine as well.
Now, when you say no veteran left behind, I can't help but think, you know, no child left behind. You know, is that the original intent, to make sure that every veteran has, you know, an equal opportunity to have success with their families and at home and things like that?
Absolutely. I think that we're the first iteration, right? We want to make sure that every veteran has equal access to educational benefits, that every veteran has equal opportunity for gainful and meaningful employment. But at the end of the day, that's just the basis, right? That's just what you're supposed to do. In the military, you never leave a comrade behind. And we want to make sure that we're putting these veterans in a position where they can continue to serve in their communities.
Great. Thank you so much for the work that you do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Coming up, we will learn about how a bank and a foundation are raising money for scholarships to benefit local families or fallen, wounded soldiers.